Shout to Adam S.
Hi, everybody. We're about to start a night of Swami coach. So feel free to listen and tune in and doing what you're doing. But yeah, just stick around for some poetry if you'd like to hear. I'm Ashley Escobar, and I have a book that's about to come out called Live and Change Press. And this is Matt Proctor accompanying me first on guitar. I'm going to be reading from an ongoing work called Little Trouble Girl. That's a one-sentence long prose poem. Kyle told me to treat myself to something after returning a bit final manuscript. So I got the leopard print maxi dress with Frankie's bikinis and called Lulu, cut my bangs again, the chair kept wobbling at Le Parc Not 4 Ave, overpriced wine, microdosing on St. George oatmeal blonde, and a brandy novel cardigan. Please don't talk to me about Brett Pop, it gives me severe nostalgia. It's cold and some bitches reading just kids on the way down the stairs. Please, walking and reading is giving me in high school, on field trips. Sometimes I write when I'm really bored, or boring, or both. Like the construction workers are right outside my window, so I turn to typing on my MacBook instead. Listening to Beetlebum for the first time in 4 years. Put my recyclables in a Rizzoli bag. Weekend bolognese mishap to under the weather to meet Sophia Coppola, so we started on the rocks instead. Porter Brooks dinner party for wine, except for both of us. Most female friendships need distance to work, so tense that I got hurt. No ring to Matt, which is why I avoided anything on Valerie on Mondays. Matt's worried I'm watching Love Lies alone, but I'm showing my friends. Not my fault. Philip Seymour Hoffman's fascinating Hawking vibes slipping me into paranoia. Documenting my dream marathon. Edward Burns films are bro chick flicks where everyone cheats. Sometimes I'm an asshole, I promise snobby, but I'm just talking about film. How could you not remember Charlotte's Pink Wig? We ventured for an hour over nothing. I've experienced real drama. Scooby Driver was my back-to-school playlist from last year. But this year, there is no school. Autumn was just hanging around the corner. Every conversation led me to Eastern California. Now I have poems for my tweets. But sometimes I take like a look. I never, unfortunately, listened to the Hobbit 3 again without being transported to those scenes afternoons. Staring out my windowsill, dead into spring of 2021. Train tracks and damp lawns, soil stuck on the tips of my style shoes. I'd rather listen to songs that make me cry. The new ones. Remember when Greta Gerwig was the name, changing my psychogeography for a side street. Plotting ways to kill time till Emily's reading. Wish not for him, but he has work. He was active an hour ago. Getting to know myself. I wish I was running a party in San Francisco. When he came in bed, I left a while ago. I could see he was online, but he never opened my big work message. And it was already 2 p.m. Left my fucking Bella on the train, the same one I got for sex but I want to finish Ash Wednesday. Gifted me his umbrella and his all-out pullover. Last minute flat iron backpack that a cold plunge never scared me. Coaster to coast with your absence. Just last week I was in the East Village with Kendall and Trevor. We were all singing Scott Walker's story of Blue Playground. Was selected only as a finalist for the Jeff Farley and Tropico Fellowship. At least I got to say the city little readings of East Village Gardens at night until the weather gets cold. It'll reach 45 degrees this week. Cosmic Filter used to wind down. Tompkins in October, tacos on the go. Megalopolis. Pass the vibe check. Hope my chicken masala is the reverse. Did not become Paul Schrader's assistant. The one time I used Amazon, I package was stolen. Of course, Asa was late as fuck. So we waited for her in the poetry teacher's courtyard and looked at some vintage stores before we went to reading. Just to wait another half hour, barely making sure he's reading at Parma, and it was packed. Forgot how to leave the waiter across the street. Joe Rogan on podcast said nothing, but influence out of him. Had a bad feeling as well when I went to the river to pray, thinking the election, and me up at Earth until 4 a.m. with Keith Kisser. Just to find out Trump won again. Devastated, disappointed, but hardly surprised. But I was hopeful. Some told me to wake up to Max Kisses on Saturday, and a surprise, Hopkins with me wants me to sit in some homes. But I don't write like that anymore, I never did. Taking was a few years ago, and I came to the Jackson Late Spring. Refresh the email to see if I can find any job records. Nobody wants to read a novel about a girl stuck in business. People using the band and listen to you all weekend now I have to have a new cafe to work at. Only 11 a.m. and I had nothing to do until 6. I didn't know to write, only that I was procrastinating and saying Kendall signed by the stupid book. I didn't want to part with it so soon, but this year coming to a close with plane heads and visits and FaceTime calls and a flurry of cat meetings until I fell asleep. Jeff thought I hung out with Vigard. We couldn't last a day in writing Smalls novel. Where we were abused by a high school worker who outswiped out and smiled, kissed on the cheek by the owner of the snap on the way out, speculating spitting and crying. At least I didn't feel as lonely as I did in 2022. Oh yeah. Returned to studio work to run, ran to Aiden with a different need, and went from Malibu and puffer jackets and listening rooms. Waiting for the next Forceful album. The lilies in front of me remind me of how beautiful everything can be. Cheerleaders and karaoke party at Wings, to Lord passing by us in front of the cafe food. Sometimes I'm thinking that I lost you, but I know it's only love. According to BuzzFeed, I'm spiritually connected to Joe from Arrested Development. Don't know what that means. Can I fall asleep while you're live streaming? I'll try to Odeon probably better tomorrow. Tired and weary and cold, but I think they're on soon. Getting things over with is easier once you start. Thought that we were just hanging outside after I got my turkey club. When my mom was hiked up Oakville Trail, got to scale the banners and winter, writing my few diary from the pool. Spaded on a lounge chair until the sun went down. Then left into the hot tub. The mirror looked English in the fog, and nothing beat the cabaret we had at the end. These are the spoils of being alive. Drinking French 75s with those I love. Rotating sushi before our poetry. Guitars singing behind me on a rainy day. Having seen Julian or Lauren in the movies, they caught up for their words. Hot toddies as we ended up at the studio deck. And calling back the Brazilian and hate, where there used to be an American Apparel and McDonald's. Now bootleg, Hello Kitty merch on the street. Found an ugly here at Wasteland, playing cards with my mom and aunt until I had to board the plane. Tried for dinner with my dad and his new wife. But couldn't bring myself to change my flight. If I didn't leave now, I would never. Sat at the outdoor terminal and tweeted about how crying at airports is cheap. Ansel liked it, along with my tweet about bringing back smoking. There was some delay, and I called Matt as soon as they opened my calendar. The flight was shorter than usual. I barely slept before I was back in Newark. Got so bored of the plane, I started listening to Hesitant Failure, Gerard Way's solo album. Hard to believe that was a decade ago. Maybe I'm not bored, just nostalgic. This is the nostalgia I used to crave. Why is the guy next to me watching Happy Feet? Why do I care? I'm tired and would watch Lady Bird. I can't without crying. 2025, I'll be dustier than ever. Does anybody have any ducks to shut me up? I never stop making things up, distorting reality against my will, but I won't stop being insecure. I'm too busy reading Reddit threads on whether the Four Seasons Maui is better than Kulele. Reach my soul with your palm. Please don't eat Sundays without me. Wonder why people have such trouble deciphering the long poem. It's a poem that keeps on going until it doesn't. Dreaming my voice girl makes me cry. And it's because it feels like you're singing straight at me, and I'm waiting to hear something specific. But I don't know if I'll hear it soon before all kids. It feels like being comforted when they're crying full of tears, and you don't know if it'll ever be as good as it felt before, but I have hope it will. I still have the space to make it upstairs now. I remember listening to Sea Like Sandwich Boy on repeat when I was 21 and hopeful graduation was right around the corner. 2 years ago, I was oddly born drunk in the Red Room, and today David Lynch has died. I used to wait till he drew stuff back when my life was ending indoors. Except for sunset walks on the pier and long letters and ancient stories about dogs that smoked. I used to smoke heavily, but that's all in the past. Glued to a page in a Wolfson journal. My first pack of Lucky Strikes and a French sticker of illustrated chairs from a toy store called Tension. Got lost in Montreal and Butterfly and peeled in the actual air on a crowded staircase, yet all alone. Now, I was all alone and David Lynch left us cold carefully, but I still felt him guiding me. Remember to breathe. My mom almost sent me to meditation school in Indiana when I was 9, but I spent a long time in meditative retreats in the San Diego Mountains with nothing but ginger paths and books and prayer wheels and redwood trees to occupy my time. The prize was going to the boardwalk after a stay. I used to wear dedicated things like the gray shirt filled with doodles of tennis rackets and soccer balls with smiley faces. I'd wear a gym class or the pink barber blazer I wear as if my authored headshot would be the one I took at 15. A magician doesn't mean you have to be a man. Ansel asked me how I was doing crying at airports. Well, I've been crying at airports. Knock out the squad at another tavern and a birthday chocolate scoop. Dreaming of the California sea always. Say yes to the 3 a.m. snacks or you'll regret it in the morning. At least we had a nice walk together before Matt got back in the train. Had an out-of-towners experience losing my start at a metro card holder and just having metro card. I just added $10 to running toward the shuttle bus that could be making as passengers try to find the paper. Roaring my patent leather magazines that I used to only wear museums. Then this February, will they ever free Palestine? I hope Trump doesn't take it for Gaza. I hope I'll stop being hopeless and will hear back from at least one place I've applied to for any job started. February 7th, I'm sober and drinking. I woke up feeling helpless and I felt like any on the ground with piles of clothes for a chair before bed, not brushing my teeth, although I didn't even eat that night, which is why 5 strong drinks affected me. And I appreciated that secretly loved the way it started to snow as I sat in the curb. After we picked up Paul's Casablanca after talking on the phone with my boyfriend. I was trying to continue the conversation outside, but they didn't let me back in, or I didn't even try. All I know is that I exchanged Instagrams with some club kid who went in costume on Austin Wallace, and some girl trying to reassure me that I was smart. And I patted and chewed my Koya as the snowflakes landed on my hair, and we sat as Philip called and I threatened a lot of things to strangers, but nothing happened except an Uber ride that should have taken place hours before, but we were all at Tile Bar, and so much was happening at one point the cops showed up because some guy wouldn't leave. He just wanted to use the bathroom. I'm certified anemic and lacking vitamin D and knowing it's summer crave. I crave steak but no fries. I'm watching my cholesterol beneath iron. I keep finding my star weakness in odd places. How did it ever come off my neck? Changing delineation sometimes helps me see the poem in a better light. I read to William Burroughs on knowing it was his birthday. City lights with him and Fred Henry on our way to pick up Matt from an all-day open mic. Everyone keeps saying I should stop working so much, but I'm not a PhD stressing over the inconsequential, but I'm secretly calm about the bigger things. even though those mattered more. I need to read all the new books that positive suck. Sad girl this, sad girl that, falling into a depression, God, I felt this way since I was 10. And this swim team, those were happy times. I even wrote a memoir piece about in 6th grade that I lied about everything else in my language arts journal about spending summers in the British countryside. This is why I say I like fiction, they're not true, it's at least the feeling is genuine. I need to stop being scared to name or say things I haven't heard anyone else say before. Or maybe I'm just coming to terms with how weird I can be, but I'm also completely normal. I'm a Pilates and you are all my words. I love the fresh and resin to see if the spot opens up. Need to pick it 5 to 7 minutes for my angel themed reading the day before Valentine's Day, but I'm not set on an order yet. All I know is listening to Pure Heroin, Reuben Capture, The Rival, driving home when I was 13. And I know I have things to say and I'd say them, even if no one was listening. Got paid to shit talk AI, sipping bubbly at Google, wearing black ribbon cuffs through the Daily Show. I'm in a constant battle between being Jessica Eisenberg and Kieran Culkin. For now, I'm me. I was asked if I was my own sister, suffering from Globus sensation all day, bought banana to not faint after nearly getting run over by a truck. Got back home to the sidewalk and was followed from the subway by someone who knew me on Twitter. Out in this wine bar, the cold, asked to read something because I needed time to settle down. Matt and Zoe came and I was photographed. Felt like a standing comedian, hearing people laugh. Line after line, I was nervous about the split open camera in the bathroom leaning on its side, but it went out by the time the reading finished, and I got a glass of orange wine to put on my limousine tab. I bought myself spicy tin mackerel to celebrate, swept up to MoMA to watch the clock until closing, bought myself a pack of elderflower downfish, and a new starting out Metro Park folder, then walked to Orso and pulled. Michaels was busy at the SNL 50th Homecoming concert. They had lovely time starting off with the distributed pizza. Then the tune Carpaccio to share. Matt enjoyed the pamphlet special to the principal song, Bride of the Launch. Tears seemed to end the evening as we read about Tennessee Camp together before exchanging as on brothers. Snow falling out the window as we celebrated. SNL 50 from bed and made love to love. Instead, at the plaza afters, didn't look that special, as they would do. Cold and stayed home and went to go grab steak tartare to fight an Indian, ended up overhearing the meat cute unfold before me. The bartender ended up exchanging numbers with her after hearing the story of going back to Korea the next day, after she found her now ex-boyfriend's pathetic attempts to cheat that were just one-sided reply guy dance. They planned to go to lunch. I went somewhere. Oh, right, the Columbia Angel Bookstore. Weird saying it's my alma mater now. Bennington felt unreal. I hope I won some agents over. They're going to read my manuscript in full. While everyone else in the 1020. I went home to watch the new latest season, but it wasn't that entertaining. It is so expensive just to exist. Keep making plans. Songs was overpriced but tasty, but I prefer the Yoshi John Mayoki at Thursday Kitchen. More nightcap at Lucian, and Cafe Megador. How can I keep up appearances? Overheard the most annoying conversation that everyone these girls getting oysters right after coffee. Carmen buns and mortadella pistachio sandwiches. Gross. I have a Michael Phelps quote on my mystical mango kombucha. I prefer Brian Lochte growing up as a swim team champion before I quit and became a full-time poet. At 12. This one should read me like it's 2007, and I'm eating California cuisine in LA. Haha, I medically prescribed son, met Patty Smith and she signed my copy of Just Kids, and I gave her my pink rock to change her legacy. 16-year-old me would have been in tears. I just walked out into the snow after taking any correspondences art exhibit. Only one opened in Chelsea that night, so Zoe and I went to Malatesta. And I got the bolognese. Did a drink for once and went straight to bed. Not didn't come home until after midnight and Friday. Didn't buy the peanut all. Sometimes we have to fight on the subway to make this thing happen. Oscar's glitch during chicken parm, dream time. Thank you. rewriting that conflict.
Just make sure this fucking thing looks good.
That cable will when we fix portal, to fix portal. March 25th, 2025. The darkness was being born here. It would have been the same price back then as it is now, adjusted for inflation. It's very grassy, medium dead, not a disappointment on the menu. A single vessel tearing at me, seems to cleave for the permits, allowing more electro spicy stuff in my neighborhood. But the ways I'm specifically connected to Turkey, technically eligible for a shitload of citizenship. I go to monastery libraries and listen to myself. Having never been to Europe, I wasn't going to let that hold me back. Paying marked up tuition turned me off even more. My mouth has this bicep of sarcasm. When I talk, I can only flatten out and lift the seas of white sails and hidden lake. But I'm finally resting there after the chlorines down in the heat of an afternoon. Think I have half a sandwich left. Great, I can go to the grocery store when I get home. I can't go to the grocery store twice in one day on principle. Draining my sandwich, money in my shoe because she likes pedantic, smug, older liberal potheads who kind of sound gay when they talk. 5 or 6 floors of tasting menu. The cheese bouquet just keep getting better and better. This was my set list for lost time. Hard to believe that was 3 weeks ago. Think I played 2 of these songs, never really hit it off with the guy, just sort of ricocheted. I'm happy with my output, but it never really seems to add up. Nothing I did ever brought me here, serving up some kind of pancakes, trying to come to the school play, saving up my money. What is my share of the take? Traveling over each other, cover to cover. My life is nothing like yours. I stay up in the poetry, like an estranged aunt. I found my family there. I found my family there. Modesty Estates, 3/11/25. Like the band from Nebraska. It's a medical emergency, but luckily there's a hospital nearby. Pull the coat check tag off my backpack. Here comes the trash today. Some decades are revenge for previous decades. committing suicide via U.S. healthcare. I'd like to see my family one more time before the shit goes up in flames. Ashley says she doesn't agree with Columbia's politics, but she paid $100,000 to go to school there. We have gone past the Christmas standard, potentially erasing each one of your generations. Eventual shackles, a hardly definitive moment. You see my third incarnations. That's what we need. South and how, my glad celestial. Consider the deepening standard. It's a slippery one. I trust about as far as it's willing to go. Downey is tired. PTA was working until next later that season. We want pictures for people who are 22. They just deposit it in the internet themselves. This must be some kind of blue turnaround. Can I borrow your ears to catch up to mine? What are the chances that you can take it to the gala? You guys still understand. I am suicide things as angelic situation in the hierarchy of minds. 2 days later, period built into the week with the speed of an golf club. Slows me down so much it isn't that fun. There's magic cues through my face and world. If there's some that takes the fun. Point being, it doesn't always end out, even out of it. Speaking of Ansel, let's go to bar, everybody. This is called Books on Tape. A book on tape, everybody. My vision is failing. Is that a liver problem or a foreign nature problem? I put on to my jaw. Is this from the Frosties, the non-sleep, or the growing hard? I can't go blind from not having a toothache. This notebook is like a desk. Let me put it in my lap. You should get that checked out. I've been trying. They don't take my insurance. Cashkin is rich. Today I woke up earlier. Averaging 4 hours of sleep a night, trying to wear it as a bad joke as I'm rapidly growing. My back is spasming, glitches inside my body, but my fever, just the sleep house up the nervous system, ring like jolts to the skeletal flame. Used to be a path park, big parking lot, now it's glass condos, desolate location, last stop on the way to Crooklyn. Ron Patchett faintly reminds me of Fred Astaire. Ansel excuses himself to go talk to him. It's not a nice place to live, but it's cheap. That's about the best I can do. They invite their students from bar. Propagating their language systems. Shooting them with a Nerf electron gun, which are brought wholesale to the marketplace of the big leagues. I thought the pain would be in my mouth. It doesn't feel like an emergency, but it hurts. The file is mad. Tuesday was dark. Sparse turnout brought into our George and Martha routine, which happened as soon as she turned up right after him, and as is immediately mad about it, thus getting off on the wrong foot. It's been a rough week. Little sleep toughing out. My health insurance is mouthwash and a toothbrush, which apparently even Taliban prisoners could. He said it was a great flyer. It's probably better than nobody there. Some nights are just like that, some sleep in the cold darkness, no way out. Like the night our band broke up in front of Rudy Tuesday, and the other band from Philadelphia made fun of us on stage. I've always screamed into the microphone. It's how I scare the audience out of the room so I can be alone with God. Griffin says he likes my poetry better than Irene Miles, but we won't hold him to that. It's a living, breathing document. Ashley, JJ calling me the news theatrical person ever. It's hard to hold back in conversation. I get irrepressible, about to burst with small talk. I think men are tender. I think men are tender because they are sad when they break up. They think about their exes for years. Women are unsentimental. They take care of their dirty business when they want to get rid of you. Then they set mementos of you on fire to clear the energy so they can start anew. I find it hard to dump anybody. I get frosted with tears thinking about the mornings that they'll want without me. Men are big softies when it comes down to it. Women can be merciless in emotion. I'm letting my body heal itself through its natural systems. Turn this thing up. Because I don't believe in modern medicine. Please don't throw my high school notebooks away from the spring for me. I need them as a starting point to go back to before we all went wrong. When I was a natural artist, uncorrupted by technique and education. Academia. Stolen land. Land acknowledgement. Lenape people. I am the Roger Corman of poetry. We don't have time to respect your work. Especially the budget. Cough up alarm is just in my head. My eyes are swollen. The areas around them are coffee red. Everything Vicky was looking for. AWP off-site readings. AWP. She's going to AWP. She's gonna read on a book tour like Frederick Nietzsche. You turn your failure upside down and become the greatest poet in America. In your own head, and probably the whole fucking world. I've had the right shoulder, so I think it's radiating from that. Bruce Andrews barrages Ron Patrick with some obscure nuggets about he started publishing in 1969, blah, blah, blah. And Mr. Patrick is sitting in a chair taking a police stop. He's tied down, being tortured or interrogated. Bruce Andrews kind of looks like Goebbels or Hitler. Oh yeah, it's going to stay brighter for longer. Since daylight savings time, this year is what last year was supposed to be. H-Spiders run like we're all the president. No one's ever taken much interest because I look like I don't need support, which I don't, but not for those reasons. Bill Zavatsky stood in the back of the parish hall. Bruce Whitaker attended, and we had a nice conversation. I could see Don Yorty over by the entrance and John Coletti near the kitchen. Inviting students to pray and learn about their teachers, and Eddie stops by the camera table to say hello and to let out. Generations of poets make their way to the church like homing pigeons, with an instinctual sense of where they came from and where the big house is. I put my old shoes back on, white Nikes with red soles. Anselm says in his introduction Ron Padgett is evil, and it's funny because he's right. I laugh knowing he's serious. A friend told me Ron Padgett sat with him at a diner trying to convince him to dismiss accusations of sexual misconduct she had levied at King Fake. She said, let him go, because King is a great man. He fought World War II, taught, won awards, etc. New York City succumbs to the big fish, the great man theory. It supported the giant lions of literature, super predators, as chancellors in the Academy of Arts and Letters. Name dropping George Schneeman, I don't want to know you, because he has the privilege of making the choice. I'm with everybody in the mobs and the bar rooms, fighting it out for a piece of the stage to be heard in the night. The childhood selections about Dick Gallup were a little boring, but I picked up when they got to New York. The poetry readings are called in itself, depending on how you arrange it. Half those wants to show us what we can do. It provides a regular surface for the second half to play off. My body is not a car, but maybe they can fix it like that. Maybe it is a car, driving on my legs to destinations, running on the gasoline of food. Don't retreat from comedy clubs, like Napoleon or Elba. All these people too pulling at your stature, hoping for a touch to rub off or just profiting off association with cloud. Humans look in the social order to know what's going on. We blend in with how others react until deciding it's time for our own opinion. I didn't mean to say I don't have any friends. I have one friend, and it's you. We screen made for television to blast the turmoil of engaging the boards, and once a week in the fray that protection. Now I know they hate me downstairs because I come with the money in upstate, including social bar tab. I want to go back to the longer format before I puke. Dizzy that could be from sleeve half measures. Maybe we'll break up before next band practice. Like Bill Maher. I can learn from their career. This has been the worst week. Foot chomping, 7:15 a.m. vibrations come right up through the mattress with the sense of timpani in my eardrums. The morning was brown. That time lasted as long as this time now. Explaining to gods in the trees, we come from all over the world to be with each other. To put my face in the giant crevices of your body, like the love child of Elia Kazan and Franz Kafka. None of my words appear in the book. I kind of lost respect for them after they presented gags with this honorary Oscar. But that was also just an excuse for why I failed to get absolutely any piece of the pie at all. Green theater kid got up and left with the fulfilling lifelike silicone Air Force doll who keeps by the Adam Mini Pro in the basement. Ashley shows up immediately, reminding me that girl's on the way at Speedball. Furious on me that I'm really collected. The show Big Pajama was also on, put by Jason Trachtenberg last February. I definitely thought I bombed. It's life-saving to know it left an impression on somebody as cool as Freer Records. Reggie Purdue brought his friend from Illinois, and I realize now we learn everything we know from house shows, imitating what we saw in college in Ohio. We were too socially unpopular without a house to do our own. My 30s were my teens. I didn't learn enough in time, and the big opportunities never came. Or if they did, I didn't recognize them, and they passed me by. But I compiled a resume of experience through the path of least resistance anyway, implementing my own ideas in the world, storming the career centers of Western civilization with unauthorized verse. It is the failure of exclusion that gives it its meaning. We were dissident stylists, passionately bombarding the castle walls of the academy, where the sellouts of my generation had taken up handsome residence. Unimportant players were on the edges of the scene. That was me. A faintly recognizable face and possibly name with no name attached. We remember how much we don't like each other early on in the conversation, and I left with that feeling of, oh yeah, this is why we're not friends. Signed up for an event where we're not actually filming, so screwed myself out of $150 and did they screw me. Sandra and David Spade are entertaining some models in the writer's lounge. My packet didn't make it through, so they never hired me. Half the people are 22 broke and anonymous, the other half are 50, rich and world famous. I don't know what she has in mind for the Dear Mama thing, but I'm happy to do it. The flyer with both our names on it, no mames, Ray, no mames. In Excess Scarlet, she's the muse for his muse. It's too early to walk out alone. 3 minutes of page left. I find we have many of the same interests. In fact, we are almost the same person. Hal Wilner, Taylor McGraw, Going Live, and how to eat pussy when you speak. It can't be that bad if I don't have a fever. They went to college with the owner's daughter. I tattooed the papel about the corazon. There, that's better. Okay, I'm just gonna read that down. Peace. This is called Art Priest. 3/14/25. The traffic light moon was yellow as piss. Luckily, no permanent damage. Aging like a president, it's raining Nightville. Preventative assemblies came all the way up here for nothing. I'm half paying for the environment but can't spend that much on food. Major cinema come down here. I'd like to be able to see but can't take the politics. Sunset Arby's went out of business. We feed on the city, raving spirits in the frame, puppeteered from below by the buried dead. Paid $12 for 15 minutes, then made it fast. Learned by doing the opposite of whatever he taught. I wanted it too bad. Anything that I want that much, I suck myself out of. If you're gonna bomb, have style. railroading the audience with sculptures of twisted metal. Notebook matches the booze, the Tom-edification of icons. She was in his Jules Piper play, Lincoln Center, as a child, and later dated John Ames. Kinda has a Mel's Driving, hot neon deco sci-fi vibe. Let me feed big naturals in a subway turnstile after the high lunch special. It's an auto ballet. Cars as one room driving right down the strip. In high school Friday nights, you just drive around. We go to Stop's house, but it was just after 9/11, and oil was starting to get expensive. Food for props. They'll have the time to get out the third movement that doesn't happen here. Stamp to my credit card, crazy for one night and photo receipts. If you're gonna hustle away from yourself, plus spacious reminder of working for the New York Times, you'll finally be doing something in my life. Misplaced and so admired, stacking the patio furniture halfway there. I did pick the one in the book. It's no longer in my shoe. It would have been cooler if I got it in France. Second cities, studio apprenticeships. But I came to the big one for the best possible education. The last of the real thing, before key card entry, facial recognition, woven over disclaimer entry. Making people's dreams come true that aren't mine. Only action can bring us together. You're not allowed to be in love with anybody else. It's painful to be here, as you describe it, in the world of shows. No one can take your place. Most of the stuff protesting the imposition of a new editor from outside their own ranks. We were able to get the exteriors we need, killing himself in Vietnam. And these hoes tells you could shoot anybody and they'd be rich. They live down in the trash can. Everybody in the audience gets a publicity balloon when they leave. Margaret Qualley has ruined Andy McDowell for me. All these TVs are making me hungry. Literal world's largest Applebee's in Times Square next to Winter Garden Theater. How am I just now finding out about this? Rockefeller Center, I just like coming here feeling like a star. 100 years of sisterhood, precision, and athleticism. Putting species echoing the healthcare system, except to be hoity-toity about, to pass on the big notebook. Straighten and Schubert your cell phone, experiencing the funk head first. Theory scurvy, stump the text, that's how it's always been. And personality keeps me out of it. The scars of my youth having a breakthrough, which we're not allowed to do. When the boss is watching on the job, act like quick New Yorkers, fake transport and acting it out. The highest subway station in the world, perfect to read on the train. I don't want to come back down from this cloud. I don't want to come back down from this cloud. There's no sex in your violence. There's no sex in your violence. Lift up, seeing through the window, ultra supplies, suffering. How far can you go with your opinions? Ranking next is a closing substack, a ball for opposites, money and confidence, debut a new haircut. She made such a makeover generations, it affects even my choices today. How can I be those four people in quadrants if that's the best I can do is oversee? She called me a Sherpa. We get paid to turn the ones away. The overflow comes upstairs because they're blocked out by silence. My eyes are so much older than they were from processing all these things. From voting to this ledge. Creating a robust spasm doesn't do jack shit. The bits are sadness, but I know indulgent as fantasy. Finally on the edge, finally on the edge of my life. The pain is so big, and the tears won't even come. I'm finally on the edge of my life. He's got a new special coming out, a chick that you can read online. They've known each other since they were young. They didn't meet until a work show. Longest serving GF, loved me more than anybody else. To her, it was a competition. God's voodoo dolls must be lot of vengeful, disgruntled former friends wishing me pain. Sweet goes huge high. I think you vanquished her from the scene. Found a rubber band for my pastry. Is that my cue to stop? We love you, thank you, Northside Heights. Not actually. Good luck.
Do you guys have any suggestions of books or articles I should read like, during the summer? And they're like, oh, you know what? After getting, you're gonna read a bunch. It's not required though. Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. For each class. Yeah. I know, because I'm working, like, I'm getting people to do art and then to express their emotions and then, like, non-verbal. So I'm not doing, like, psychoanalysis. Like, it's more of a, like, activity based. I'll tell you more after I start studying. For now, I'm just like, just go something. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know what? We're How was it? I felt like they're the craziest. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. It really sucks if you like care about this so much. How was it? It's very different. How do you answer them differently? like kids are so confused with those technology and phones. They just need something like this for them. Yeah, there's too much of distractions. Yeah, you're just a kid. Wait, how old is she? Oh, 10. That's great that she had like sense of what she likes. Yeah, me too. I feel like spiritually, it's just like you meet a bunch of person and you sit there and you're not gonna remember. It's not like I want to be remembered, but like it's like I don't see the point of doing this because I feel like I'm an artist myself. I don't really put my
Oh my god, thank you. Okay, here we go. Thank you for watching, everybody. If you have watched or if you're going to watch, or I mean, I know nobody watched this, but maybe they'll watch it later. We'll see. Thank you for watching.